Alright guys, so it's Derek back with some more Digimon World. So I'm going to show off a tactic I should have shown off a lot earlier, but I was a bit more arrogant with how powerful my Digimon was. You go save and quit, or save and go, and then you can talk to these guys, and then if it all goes awry, you can just restart, you can just reload your save. So since I am emulating, I can do this using save states, but for the purpose of the game, I'd rather not use save states. Okay, yeah, he's not nearly as strong as I thought he was. So, now Gabumon does use a fair amount of techniques that we can use. So if we're lucky, we can learn them. If we're unlucky, we'll win. So if we win and learn some attacks, it's a win-win. If we just win, then it's just a win. So, Gabumon's kind of he's an accent character, he's not really mean, but I think he only raised your city's prosperity by 1 point too. So, it might be 2, but I'm pretty sure it's only 1. So there are definitely better characters, or better recruited Digimon, but you know what? You gotta get up to at least 80, I think, to finish the game, so he doesn't want to fight, but I'm pretty sure he's just a massive crackhead, and that we're just seeing this side of him now. I think that's what I should have taken away from that. Maybe. Either that or just be nice to people and they'll want to help you out more. I don't know, some shit like that. So now I feel that Centaurumon's days are greatly numbered. And it's a sad day. No one wants to see their first partner die, but I think he has about 2-3 days at most now. And that's assuming we have a miracle. And don't lose from a fight again. Son of a bitch. I actually think these guys might be stronger than Gabumon was. Yeah, we're running. Because there's 2 of us, and 1 of us. See, I really did not come prepared for this at all. It's like I haven't played this game in a week and a bit. Well, on the plus side, there's a Digimushroom there. I'm fairly certain this is in fact the way I want to go. I just don't want to fight them. Because without recovery items, this is all very, very difficult. I should have stocked up. I admit it. Yes, thank God. Okay. And he has to poop. Alright, we have a porta potty, we're fine. So he's Cherrymon, he created the frog, and we want to get through the city, and we need him to go to the frog. He goes over what happened to the city. Everyone started moving away, just getting away, and Digimon lost memory. And there used to be there used to be people around, but they all left, and when they left, everything just went to shit, essentially. It's what you need to know. No. Fuck you. No, I don't want to sleep. I want you to eat this porta potty. And funnily enough, when you discipline them, and they'd like deserve it, they actually enjoy it. So now here we have Toy Town. A very unique area. We'll go with the word unique. There we go, he's full. So as you can see, there's not a whole lot around here. In fact, it's pretty barren. Now, one myth about this game that everyone said existed was that if you walked from File City over here, on this table there would be a Skull Greymon bone. This is bullshit. There will never be a Skull Greymon bone there. Sorry. If you walked from File City with a Koromon and got all the way here to Toy Town by walking without losing a fight and without finding anything, there would be a bone on this table. If you interact with the bone, Koromon would then evolve into Skull Greymon. This is bullshit and does not exist. I had many a Koromon die trying to get to that. So this is bullshit, does not exist, and never will exist. Now here we have the robot house, which has these guys here. But you can't interact with them, they don't say anything, they just move. He says something, Tinmon, just ... Nothing there, absolutely nothing anywhere. I think this game has a lot of weird bugs to it, but I love it anyways. I now see a sudden flaw in my current strategy. I have no way of getting home. And here we have the costume house, and we have this, that we can interact with. This costume seems different from the others. It has some overpowering presence. There's a zipper on the back. Demon, can you get in? No, you can't. Only if you are limber and slippery can you go in. Now, this is a reference because typically, if you're playing this game without like walkthroughs and without having played it before, you'll have had a couple partner Digimon before the one you have, like before you get here, and you'll probably have seen this green ball of goop known as Numamon. Now, I think I might have gone over Numamon before, but he's essentially what happens when your Digimon doesn't fit any characteristics whatsoever. But I forgot to mention, actually, now that I think on this more, you can actually talk to Cherrymon again and say, please train Demon. Teaching of the forest, begin, normal, same stuff as usual. And that raises brains and MP. Wait, is his brains not where? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I'm a massive, massive idiot. No, I don't want to hear about the island again. Please train Demon. Now we have 300 brains. Now we just need to get his speed up a bit. Now, if we're lucky, and I do mean this as a huge, huge if, there are a couple items that will spawn randomly. They'll raise speed. I think they're native to the tropical forest. They're really, really rare though, is the issue. Like, they really are 1 in a million shot to get them. So here we have Gabumon, who we're not going to talk to, because we just, simply put, we don't have the health to deal with it. Now, as you see in that bottom corner there, we actually have the different face flashing. That means that he's really not happy here, because he's naturally a fire type, and if you get fire cold, or fire wet essentially, it stops being fire and starts just being ash. So this is one that I'm going to just come right out and say that this is a recruitable Digimon that I may not be able to get. And I know that sucks. I'd love to do a 100% playthrough of this and get 100 prosperity points in the city. That being said, I've sat out here for 2.5 days, like in-game days, with a Digimon that refused to get sick and pass out. So I give up. I'm not gonna try for like 4 days like I did last time to try and get the Digimon. You bring a Digimon that doesn't do well in cold into Freezeland, and you let him get sick, and he just gets sick and passes out, and you wake up in a house that we walked past on the screen right after Gabumon. And it's a Frigimon in there who says that, yeah, figures. Who then says that, you should be more careful with your Digimon. He could get cold and hurt. And you say, well, maybe I can come back and show you that I can take care of him more. You bring back your Digimon to him, and he says, okay, you're not getting cold anymore, so that's okay. And I'll come join your city. But it's kind of funny because he doesn't understand the concept of Digivolution. Which is funny because he's a Digimon himself. Sanctuary. That was where we just were, by the way. I didn't really explain that well. I've been losing track of thoughts today. We have to go there with a vaccine type Digimon. And I thought that it might have been data, so I wasn't totally sure on that one. So I figured, hey, let's try it out anyways. And now, if I'm correct, and I hope to hell I am, I know this path leads back to Great Canyon. I think this path leads to a different part of Great Canyon that I want to go to. Well, it's Great Canyon. I got that part right. Yes. Damn it, not what I wanted. And now I just... Shit. I didn't even see him there. Watching the wrong part of the screen. Downside to playing on a massive block. Run. Oh, we could have won that. Okay, so, in other news, he's probably going to die very soon. But we have all the appropriate stuff set up for him to be successful. I don't remember where the closest toilet is. I think it's back this way. I think it's this way. I hope it's this way. If it's not this way, I guess you guys gotta see the field poop. Yeah, see, I really don't want to fight anything right now, because they will just murder Centaurimon. There we go, thank God. So the nice thing about this area, or about this game I should say, is that you don't actually have to get everyone to the city. Like I said earlier, I think you only need to get like 75, 80 prosperity points in the city to win, or to like go on to try and get the final boss. So it's very possible to actually go through without too much hassle. That being said, it's not very common. Like, most people do want to go for everything, but there are a couple Digimon that are a real pain in the ass to get. So, forewarning, I may cheat to get those ones, just to save me a lot of time and energy and effort, and just general hassle. Dodge that. I should be able to handle these guys, but I just don't want to deal with them. No. I rage quit, didn't I? This is... I don't want to. The bandits were defeated though, right? That's what Yuramon said? They're not going to come out and fight again? Okay, thank God. Okay. Well, that was nerve-wracking heart attack central. So now I'm just slowly making my way back to Final City, because as you guys saw in our training with Cherrymon, I actually didn't have my speed up high enough. Or my offense up high enough? Oh, I can fix the offense right now. Well, just one moment here. I'm just going to double check my... Yeah, his offense is too low. Now, there's a couple ways that people will use these chips. Some guys will be like me and they'll use them when they need them. Other people will just use them whenever. And not like... other people like me use them whenever they want to get their results. Other people will save them all for endgame, and then just load their Digimon up. So, I threw him the defense chip too, just because I wanted his defense up a bit. Now actually, I'm pretty sure that some stats get passed on, as well as everything else. So as you guys can hear, in the background, my dogs are barking. And just as a bit of a side funny note, it was this asshole here that killed me last time. But we are almost back to File City, where we'll raise our speed up. And my dogs are going absolutely nuts, so we're going to close the door. Probably just some person outside. There's a paper boy. Slash girl. I'm not actually sure what we have here. It's one of the two. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's not a boy or girl. But either way, my dogs are slightly insane, to be polite. There's a toilet there. It's also worth noting that if I had actually known that Centaurumon's speed, offense, and defense weren't high, I would have gone and shown off Leomon a bit more, because Leomon will actually train speed up. I think he trains speed and HP. But I could be wrong. So this has not been a productive episode for us at all today. In fact, it's been the opposite, if anything. We've just kind of run around and hoped for the best. Alright, so now I'm going to... Speed training first. First things first, we're going to train up our speed. That is the first thing we're going to do. And then I'm going to try and find some way to make Centaurumon love me again. That was the worst decision I could have made, just sitting there scolding him for like 20 minutes. Or sorry, scolding him 15 times, I should say. Maybe it was 13. I did have a couple other care mistakes. Now, there are actually a couple items that'll make him happy too. And I might go try and find them. 400, 300, 308. 4, 3, and 3. Oh. 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 Well, damn. Alright, so I'm going to go show off a cheap spawning method to try and get items to spawn. Because we're going to need a couple of them. We're going to need an item called a blue mushroom. Normally by now I've found at least 2. And that's not looking for them. So... Or... Can we get that to go? I'm going to see. Because... There's a couple NPCs that their only... Or a couple recruits that their only job is to get you more recruits. Awesome. 3 Digimushrooms in a row. So, some of them will trigger this event. Oh, I have nothing on me. This is going to be fun. Alright, I've hit him with Digimushroom hoping he Digivolve. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so... Here we have Native Forest. I believe this is where we recruited Palmon. Yes, it is. Cool. And now blue mushrooms do occasionally spawn here. It's not super frequent, but I think this is one of the better places to try and get them to spawn. but we got nothing. So here we have Dragon Eye Lake, an area I have yet to show off, and a mechanic I have yet to show off as well. So you open your menu, and you can fish. He wants to sleep, but I'm not going to let him. You cast your line out, and I can. Holy shit. Okay, so you see that giant shadow? That's what we're aiming for. No, don't you dare touch my bait. So it does take a lot of patience. Like, this is more like real fishing than anything else I've ever done. So I need this right here. No, don't you take my bait. Don't you take my bait. So this is one of the most nerve-wracking and irritating things I've ever had to do. Because this guy, even if you're here, like, you have to be here at the right time of day for it. And there's a bunch of... No, I don't. Okay. Well, as you see in the top bar there, we have a tension gauge. And they'll keep pulling. And if you pull too hard, our line will snap. But if you let our line go too loose, you get away. And typically they steal your food because they're jerks. And as you see, it gets easier to pull them in as time goes on. Did you trout? Cool. We're going to try this one more time on camera, because he's actually really difficult to catch. Now, you're actually supposed to have a different rod for this, but if I can pull this off, I'll be extremely happy. I've seen happen a couple times where they've actually managed to catch this guy with a old rod. You son of a bitch. And sorry for the random outburst there. Whenever I try and get this, I always panic. Now, what I'm actually going to do is I am actually going to put Centaurimon to sleep. Because of how I've done this, that shadow should still be there when I'm done. But, like when he wakes up, but if he isn't, then early morning, you can also find him. It has to be early morning or late night, or yeah, late afternoon. And it was only like last year or so that I managed to catch this guy the first time. Alright, now because my dogs seem to have quieted down, yeah, he's gone. So, what we're going to do is we're going to end this episode here, actually. Because honestly, I should have done that a little while ago. Alright guys, so this has been Digimon World, and a very uneventful episode. What I have planned for next episode should prove to be a great deal more entertaining. Have a good night.